it's Marika with Handmade by Marika. I just want to make sure that everything is working perfectly. Yes, it looks like we're on. So we're good to go. Today I am making a very long video. So be ready, enjoy the cards. We are making 5 cards. And this is the card class to go that I am offering this month. So you have until next Tuesday to register and get the class. So it's a $25 class. You will get to make these 5 amazing cards, and they're all like pretty much fun fold except for this one. This one I said was just a breather because these 4 are really intense, and that's why I'm making a video, so that way I can share the video with you as well as the PDF instructions, and you'll also get the supplies and everything. Hi Rachel! And everything to make the cards. So as I said, you have a week to register. You can also buy just the PDF if you want, or if you place an online order of $40 using the host code provided in the description, then you will be getting this class for free. So you need to place your order before September 8th, so that way I'll get to cut and prepare everything for you guys. So that's why I have a deadline to register for that, so I can prepare and cut everything and send it out to you. So you should be getting it by the mid-month, and yeah, so I'm excited for that. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. I do want to share the winner of last week's card. So we're going to head to the table and let's see what the winner is getting. Oh, I'm a little crooked here. And I'm just going to add my face down here, there, and allow, and we're good to go. Oh, can you guys see me? Is everything okay? It's loading. Anyways, I think we're still good, so we're going to keep going because it is a long video. So this card is going to Martin. So Martin, you won again. And funny story is that you won with your comment for thanking me for last week's card. So anyways, that is what you will be getting in the mail. And I'm sure you know some teachers, as you were a past teacher, to send it to and share it with. So this was a very fun card to make, and I am very happy to send it to you once again. So congrats, and thanks for sharing and commenting. Okay, so let's get straight to it. Make sure you have your water bottle, because like I said, it's a long one. Okay, so the first card, I'm going to start with the hardest card, so that way you'll be entertained for the full first 5 minutes for sure. So it's a fun flap card. Now let me know if you guys get cut off or anything. Send me a message, or hopefully it'll work perfectly. So it's a fun fold, like I said. It opens up like this, and then you pull it towards you, and then it still opens up. So there's lots of space to write your message. So it would be a good card, because this one is actually a gift card. And I don't have my gift card with me. Oh, I do have a card. Let me just grab. I don't know why I have my wallet close by, but I'll just grab a card, and you can just slide it in, and there you go. Your gift card fits perfectly in the card here. So that way it folds up, and then the gift is in here, and you can write your message. So it's, like I said, it's a nice card to give from like a staff, so everybody has enough space to write in, and usually that's what we give, right? Gift cards from staffs. Anyways, so I have everything cut up and ready to go right here. So the measurements will be in the PDF that I will be sending you with all the supplies that you'll be seeing here today. So we have this piece here, and then our designer series paper, another piece of designer series paper, and 2 pieces of Whisper Right. Ooh, sorry. I'm bringing my tools. This punch and this punch. So I know most people use like the circle punch, but I don't have any circle punches. I do have some die punch with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine that we could use, but I wanted something quick and very simple to use. So I'm going to use the Tailor Tag punch, and I'm going to show you how I make it so that it's like flap for people to just slide the card out. So I'm lining up my punch on both sides here, making sure my paper is centered on both sides of the punch. And yes, I am working upside down because I want to see how I line up my punch, my paper inside my punch. So as you can see, I'm pretty much in the center here. I could go a little deeper if I wanted to. Let's try it there. So there we go. So it's just about making sure that you're centered on both sides here, and then this will determine how deep you want your hole to be. So I'm just going to punch that out, and that will be one of our flaps. And then we have all our pieces to assemble the card here. Okay, so that's punched out. We're going to put that aside and put all our designer series paper aside. Let's start by assembling our card base. So we have this basic black card here. And hi Jose, hi everybody. So we have this one like that, and usually you'd fold it like this or like that, or it would hold it like that. But we're going to do it upside down. So the fold is on the bottom part of the card, and this will fold on top of itself like that. And then you want to use your bone folder to make sure that it is straight. It's not working, huh? You can't see my face at all. Allow. There we go. Now I'm there. Hello. So like that, and then we'll have this flap here that opens up like this, and this fold will be on the top part, and we're going to glue it centered on our basic black card base. So let me grab my Stampin' Seal. Now you might want to use the Stampin' Seal Plus for this if you do prefer, to make sure that it is a solid, but I believe that the regular seal is good enough. So we are going to center that right in the middle of our card base. There we go. So now we have this bone skeleton card that opens up like this and opens up like that. So the flap goes up and the part goes up and down like an accordion on that bottom part here. Okay, so let's assemble the easy pieces. Easy peasy, right? So we have a designer series paper that will go on this flap here. And then you can use whatever side of that paper you prefer. And I can't guarantee that you will all be getting the exact designs, but I will make sure that they match for sure. And then on the inside here, we're going to stamp something, and this one will be stamped too. But now that we've punched our label here, we can glue that on this top part here of that flap. So that way it closes and it's the inside part of the card where we put our gift card. Now to make sure, because it will be getting some pulling it out here, I want to use some tear tape on all three sides here, so that way it'll keep it stronger and make sure that it doesn't rip apart. Tear tape is a lot sturdier than, or you could use your Stampin' Seal Plus too, but it's just that it's wider than the tear tape, so your card might not slide in easily. So you want to make sure that you have wide enough, depending on the glue that you're putting on both sides. Make sure you have wide enough so that your card slides in and out easily. So that's why I'm putting my tear tape right along that designer series paper there. And same thing for the bottom, right along right there. Now remove those backings, and then we'll be getting to the stamping part. Throw that away. Throw that away. And throw that away. And we can center that right in the middle there. So let's make sure that our card slides in and out fairly easily. There we go. And now it's easy to pull in and out. I like it. And I think it gives a different reveal using that punch instead of a circle. I just thought it was a cool idea. Okay, so now let's get to stamping because we're going to put one piece of our Whisper White there and then one on the inside and also on the inside flap here. So all these pieces need some stamping. So let's do the first part. So I use the Zany Zebras, but you can use any birthday stamp sets, or if you want to make it a congratulations card, it doesn't have to be specifically birthday cards because I find that the papers are really bright and peppy and celebrating, so it could be used for anything you have. And that's what I like about this stamp set. It's very versatile in this way that you can use any stamps that you have at home already. So let's stamp our little zebra. He is so cute. I'm using just StazOn ink here because I do want a nice crisp black image. Now I'm putting him in the bottom left corner, I apologize, and on an angle so that he's jumping off the paper here. There we go. And chamois that. Now I do have that little shadow stamp right here that I'm just going to put underneath him because he is jumping off the ground. There you go. Now he's not just floating in the air. I added a ground to him, so he should be fine to fall on his feet. Now for the bun fat. So yes, I did design these cards in French cards, but like I said, they can be made with any stamps that you have. So this bun fat comes from the Itty Bitty Birthdays stamp set. Tout petit anniversaire. So cute. Now I have the Coastal Cabana right here, and I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp off actually on my grid paper just to see how straight my stamp is. And I'm going to stamp it right next to his little nose because I have a strip of paper that will be going just above here to fill in that white space. Now we're going to clean that and we're going to move on. Since we have our Coastal Cabana out, we are going to move on to the next part. We're going to stamp this side here, and then we're going to come back with the little stars afterwards because I put stars on all three Whisper White pieces. So instead of washing it and coming back, we're going to do it logically. Okay, so this one is Il paraît que tu as un an de plus. So apparently you're 1 year older. That one is also from the Itty Bitty Birthday. Now I stamp it off my grid paper just to see how straight my stamp is. And then I'm going to put it, there we go, on the on the top part of that Whisper White. Because I will be adding, now we're done with Coastal Cabana, we can come in with some, close that before we get all inked up. With the Pattern Play stamp set, we are using a lot of stamp set. I do apologize, but like I said, you can use anything you have at home. And this block here, this block here. We're going to pick it up and ink it with Calypso Coral. And we're just going to stamp those lines on the bottom part of that Whisper White. There we go, just like that. So now we have two pieces almost done. Oh no, I still need this one. I need to wash the stamp, not put the ink away. And then clean that off. And then for the last piece, That's the inside piece here. We are going to stamp our sentiment. Fait-on ça ensemble? So I'm just going to put these aside, making sure that you're still seeing all of them. And right about there. There you go. I like that. Now we can close this and bring in our Bumblebee Little Stars. So those stars are from the Zany Zebras stamp set 2. And you can go ahead with the Bumblebee and just add some of those stars just randomly all the way around. Now, because it is a very tiny stamp, you want to make sure that you're not pressing too hard on the ink pad and then on the paper, because it will smudge a little like that. I'm very lightly pressing on my ink pad and on my paper. There we go. And then around our little happy birthday here. I just thought these little stars added the perfect finish touch. Now we're going to clean our stars, and we're almost done, guys. This card is coming to an end. Okay, so this designer series paper is going to be put on our Whisper White piece. And I'm going to put it like this. So I'm just leaving a border of white on the top part too. And then let's just fill in the skeleton. We're going to add our images to our card. So the first part, our zebra, is going on top here. And center that on our flap. So this is on the flap that we glued to the card base to make our skeleton, right? So that's part 1. And then our other larger Whisper White piece goes inside there, just like that. So we can sign our lovely messages. Center that inside. And then for our last Whisper White piece, there, it goes on the inside flap. There. And voila, that's card 1. So it won't stand on itself. Well, it will, like that, but it kind of looks funny when you're looking at from the front. But anyways, it's just so fun to open up and close. So people won't be putting it on the counter. They'll just be playing with it all day long. So anyways, that's card 1. And I was very pleased with this card, actually. It took me a while to figure it out. But once you figure it out, you just watch this video a few times. Press pause, play, and then with the dimensions and measurements you have in the PDF, you'll be able to make this card fairly easily. So I hope you like this one. And then there you go. So they're pretty much similar. Just different designer series paper. That's it. So cute, right? I know. Okay, so next card we have, let's go for another fun fold. So this one here opens up like this. How cool is that? See, it doesn't even fit in the whole camera view. I know, Sue, it's so fun. So this one opens up like that. So we have our 2 card bases here. Instead of having it together and then just having the score line there, we actually cut it instead of scored. Okay, so let's get to that one. I just need to find it in here. There we go, right here. So you'll get, like I said, all the supplies you'll be getting in your envelope. Everything comes in and pre-cut and everything, embellishments, the whole cadoozle. Okay, so I have my piece of Whisper White. Now I just need to score it. Where's my scoring tool? I should have scored that before. But I do want to show you how I scored my things. Okay, so I have my scoring tool here. Simply scored. Simply scoring tool. Simply scored scoring tool. That's it. Simply scored scoring tool. And we are going to score at 5 and 10 inches. So now you don't need this tool specifically. If you have your paper trimmer, you can use the light gray blade, and that will be your scoring tool there. So again, you need your bone folder. This is a bone folder, Marika. This one will be going on top, like this, and then fold again on top. No, I apologize. This will be folding backwards, like this. So that way when you fold this on top, now I do like to make sure that the corners are lined up because sometimes our scoring line is not perfectly straight. So if you wonder why, oh, I cut my paper and when I fold my card, it's all crooked like that. If it ends up crooked like that, line up your corners before actually pressing down the score line. That's another trick for you guys. Okay, so we are going to use one of our crushed curry card base and just glue that right there, centered on the card base. So again, just use your Stampin' Seal or the Stampin' Seal Plus if you want to make sure that everything stays perfectly in place. And voila. So there we go. And then before we glue the top part, we're going to complete the part first. So we have our card base top, our card base layer. So this is, oh, see, I like that side. Oh, you want to make it a little different? No, I'm sticking to what I did. So we're going to glue our, there. Designer Series paper. So this is the Playing with Patterns Designer Series paper. So I really love this pack of paper because of all the colors and there's so many designs in there. Oh man, crazy. This is, that's it. Oh, it looks so much bigger on the card. I'm like, that's it for the tag? Okay, so this piece of Whisper White that you'll have in your card kit is for the tags. It's funny, right? It looks so much bigger on here. And you are going to need the scallop topper punch, scallop label topper punch. I don't know it by heart. And again, you want to put it in the grooves here. So it's a 2-inch groove. And before punching, turn it over just to make sure that it's lined up on both sides and the edge hits perfectly to the top of your punch there. And then once you're ready, you just press it like that, and voila, you have your punch, your label. Okay, so for this one, we are going to need our Calypso Coral, and this here, oh, there we go. We'll make it a English. I took out the English stamp set, the Peaceful Moments, but on my card here, I use the French version, which is Moment de Plénitude, not Moment from La Petite Ville. Just moments. Okay, so wishing you, ooh, it'll barely fit on there. And Calypso Coral, I have it right here. Let's put this away. It's garbage. We don't need that anymore. Garbage is so far away. And I'm just going to take a block, pick it up. And again, I want to make sure that, oh yes, I want to make sure you could see. my stamp is straight. And I am going to stamp it right on there. Ta-da! Ooh! And done with that. Now bring in the Coastal Cabana ink pad. Wash your stamp first. And with the, again, Pattern Play stamp set, we are going to, I should put my stamp sets away. My cousin isn't here yet, and she said, I don't know if you remember in a few videos way back, she'd be my assistant. I'd need her tonight. Fee, where are you? Come on over. Hurry up. Is your quarantine over yet? So I am going to stamp just a few times on and off, just to fill in there, that paper. That's it. That's all I want. This one is hard to close. Clean that off. And then we have some ribbon here. So I'm going to fold it in half and then scrunch it so that I can run it through that little hole that are punched out. And we are going to bring it through. Oh, there we go. Through the loop and pull. Gently pull. You don't want to pull too hard and rip your hole here. And then once everything is glued, we're going to trim the ends here because I don't want it to be too long on there. Now our Coastal Cabana circle here. Now I have a little spot, so that's okay. We can hide it behind our tag. So that one is just to go there. And then with some dimensionals, let me bring in my dimensionals. I'm going to grab a few. Let's put it on our tag. Voila. Remove your little backings. And put it on there at an angle there, and then trim off the excess here. Yeah. Oh. See, so I didn't go as a hairdresser. Couldn't be able to cut hair straight at all. Now you want to add some of the Playing with Pattern resin dots. These are very cute. They're like a matte color. Very pretty. And just pick them up like that with your scissors. And, where do I want them? It's always the question, right? Where do you want your bling? One there. And one here. And then let's put a big one directly on our circle. Just right there in the corner. Or circle doesn't really have a corner, right? There we go. So that is the card top. Now we are going to glue it right on top here. So to line it up like that, I would recommend, I will also use it, some tear tape. Just up here and another strip down there. So I press it down just to make sure that it glues perfectly And then the heat from my fingers also make sure that it stays on our card. So now this is the tricky part because it's lifting up and I need to line it up before it glues to the card top. So I'm lining up my corner here, lining up my corner there, and I'm going to bring down the top part first, and then if it won't stick to my fingers, I'm just going to press it down. There we go. And then once you lift up the card, ta-da! So again, another card for a staff because you have so much space to write a message, or a card for somebody you have a long message to send to. You know, send lots of love. We always need love cards. So there. So this was my first card, and then this is the card I made with you guys tonight. Now, so again, if you love the cards you're seeing, you can get this class for $25. Such a great deal. Like there's lots of pieces and so many funful cards. And then the tutorial, you'll have it forever and you can make these cards repeatedly. Okay, so next one, another funfold and a gift card. You have here. Now this one features the Artistry Bloom Designer Series paper because I needed more longer than the 6x6, so I couldn't use my Playing with Patterns DSP. So I went with another pack of bright, vibrant colors and the Artistry Blooms. Oh my god. It has a really nice variety to it. Okay, so I need this piece of paper, and then the supplies are in this envelope here. Et voila. So we're gonna bring in our scoring tool. And we are going to score at 3 1/4. Is that it? No. Yes. 3 1/4. That's it. 3 1/4. And 6 1/2. There. Put these away. Now we're done with the Simply Scored tool. Oh, boys. We have some people on that I don't think we have that we want on. There. Okay, so now I folded it like a Z card, so all on top of each other. So that way when I open it, I could do either side. If I like this side, I could have it open up like that. Or if I like this side, sorry. If I like this side, then it would open up like this. So I'm going to stick with the pinks and bright orange. The bright orange. It's Mango Melody, Mariko, your favorite color. So I want it to open up like that. So since this is where the gift card, where did I put it? I left it inside. So as you can see, it'll open up like this. And this is where the gift card will be slide in. I'm going to punch my label right here. So I'm going to line it up. Again, I'm lining up my punch on both sides here, and then again inside the punch right there. So I am using my punch upside down. But for this instance, kind of have no choice but to do that. Okay, so I am going to put my tear tape again on relax, Marika, take it easy. Put your tear tape right on all 3 sides here. So that way it will hold that little flap close. Technically, I guess you don't really need on this side. But just to make sure that the gift card slides in and out easily and doesn't get lost inside our little pocket here. Probably better to use that tape on that side too. There. And then peel off this this paper here. I don't know what those little messages are. I don't really like it. Whoever you are, go away. This is just a crafting video. Ah! There we go. Yeah. Okay, we're all set. Now we're going to close this on top of itself. And voila. So we have our little pocketbook, if you want to call it like that, to slide our gift card in there. So now that we have our folded pieces done, let's get to assembling the other layers to it. So we have our Magenta Madness that will go on our Gorgeous Grape layer. So I'm just putting on my stamp and seal. So this is like, it's not a regular card that opens up with a fold in the middle or anything. This is actually our card that folds in and out. And then this is going to go inside. This here will go there. But first we are going to stamp some sentiments and some images on our pieces here. So I'm going to bring in my, where is it, Pattern Play stamp set. I'm going to take the little hearts, just the outline hearts, not the full hearts. You could use the full hearts if you want. Who am I to tell you what to use? Use whatever you please. And with our Mango Melody, we are going to, now let's see if it'll show on this piece here. I want to stamp, no. So we'll use another color on that one. But for the inside, I just want to add more. See, there we go. So a little bit of the hearts on the inside piece. And also on our tailored tag punch here. So this piece will already be punched for you. And again, stamp off. And there we go. Then we're going to stamp our sentiment right on top with Gorgeous Grape. Now my sentiment is in the Itty Bitty Greetings, Itty Bitty Birthdays, once again, so Tout Petit Anniversaire. And it is the Splendide à tout âge. Now in English, I'm not too sure what it would say. Splendid at every age. If that makes sense. Now with our Gorgeous Grape, again, I'm stamping on my grid paper so that I can feel how I need to stamp it on there. There we go. Love it. Now let's use our Gorgeous Grape to stamp on my little hearts here. So I'm going to flip it over. There. There. And there. Ugh. They're just so cute. They're very like cute hearts. Just gets me all excited. Okay, so we need to clean our stamps right before we put them away, or before we put our finger on it and then put our inky fingers all over our Whisper White pieces. Okay, now we're ready to assemble, guys. This is it. Like, after completing this part here, is a fairly easy card. It's just all about gluing everything together. So let's glue our flap to our card base with our stamp and seal here. There we go. And then this will go right centered on our card. Ta-da! So that's it. And then let's put in our Whisper White so we can write our sentiment. Not our sentiment, but write our love note or our happy birthday wishes. Center that inside. Ta-da! And now for the card front, we are going to layer this strip on our Mango Melody layer. There we go. And then glue our Mango Melody strip to our card top on this side here, like so, and use some dimensionals to add our sentiment. So this is a tailored tag punch, so the same punch that we're using to cut out our flap here to insert our gift card. Now this one will be going right on top there. Ta-da! That's it. So there's a card for you, and then here's the other card I made. So my DSP here was lighter, so that's why I used the Mango Melody hearts on this side here. But this one was too dark, so I used the Gorgeous Grape. And voila! Very pretty cards. I love it. Now, let's take a little break here. And somebody needs to send that little guy out. We don't want him here. Sue, yay! I'll be sending you a message. Sorry, that was the water. Okay, so now, next card is we're going to keep the easy one for last. That's it then. We've already got 3 cards done. I thought it was going to be a super long video. We're doing great time. Okay, so here's the other card. Let me just grab the gift card to show you how this one slides in. You know what? This one goes in like that, and then you can hide it inside. I know, it's so cute. Like, the cards are just little surprises. You don't know where you're going to find them, but they're hidden inside the card here. So we need our pieces. I have it right here. This one has a lot of stamping actually, because this whole square here is all stamping. But other than that, that's all we have to do. So I just need to do a quick trim on this side of the paper. Now don't worry, your paper will be the right measurements. You won't have to trim it up. I realized afterwards what I did wrong. There. But we learned, right? Okay, so now that that's done, so this folds like that. Keep that because you can always use it some other time. Then this part here will be folding inside, and like I said, I like to line up my top and my bottom corners just to make sure that when I do press with my bone folder, the crease will be straight and the lines will add up on both sides here. Now with our tailored tag punch again, we're gonna bring it in, and this one on this side. Now I'm not gonna go too deep on this side because we don't have a lot of paper on to work with. Now punch that out, and then like this, we're gonna add some tear tape on the top and bottom. Where is my tear tape? Top and bottom, like this. Close that in and glue it down. So there we go. So that should be able to hold our gift card very nicely. See, it's not going anywhere and it's staying right in there. Love it. There. Now we have a Whisper White layer that goes on the inside. So let's glue that there. That will be centered all the way around like this. And we also have a strip of our designer series paper. So we're back to the Playing with Patterns designer series paper. This will go perfectly on top of our Whisper White. There. Oh, so cute. And then again, another piece of our DSP just on the top flap of the card. Oops. Trying to put it straight all the way around. There we go. And then we have our Coastal Cabana square that will be going on top there. And this is the Whisper White piece that we're going to stamp with. So I need the itty bitty birthdays again. You're going to need the, I think it says, it really does say happy birthday on the English one. I'm going to bring in my block to pick it up. And again, I'm going to stamp on my grid paper first just to make sure that everything is straight. There we go. And yes, we are going to center that right on there. Now, if you don't like how straight it is, you can always turn it over and start again, right? Paper has two sides to it. Now, we're going to leave that open and try not to put our fingers in the ink pad because we are going to need it again. So, I'm going to put this aside and we are going to bring in some blocks because we need a few blocks for the next step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this one will do. So we need the dots, the dotted line, the scalloped line, and then the lined line. So the dots, the lined line, the dotted line, and the scallop line. Now, actually, I should be lining this up on my paper because I do want it to be, now it's not necessarily straight because as you can see, they're made to be wiggly woggly, wibbly wobbly. But I do want to make sure that I'm not putting it on my block like that. So it's curved. So that's why I'm putting it on the paper just to let it keep its normal shape. And that way when I pick it up, it should be pretty straight. And then same thing with this one. I will just put it on my grid paper and pick it up with the block. Okay, so first step is Night of Navy, which is right here. And I'm going to use the dotted lines like this. Is it straight? It's not too bad. Like that. And again, keep it going. Now see, that's the fun part about these stamps is that they're already like jumping up and down. So you don't have to worry about lining them up perfectly. Doesn't even show. Professional. Love it. Now we can wash this stamp. Next up is Highland Heather with the dotted line. Now the Highland Heather, I want it to be a shade lighter. So I'm going to stamp off and come in here with that. Stamp off and try to line it up there. Now flip it over if you want and do the same thing. Just there, stamp off, and voila. Now my computer closed, so I can't see your comments. Now we're done with Highland Heather. Let's bring in back our Coastal Cabana. Oh, did I wash it? I don't think I washed it. Let's wash. There. And Coastal Cabana. Again, we're going to stamp off just to have like a different shade. So the focus is really on the happy birthday there. And there. Turn it around. Like that. Stamp off. There we go. Ah, so cute. I just love the way it builds up. Now clean that. There we go. And we're done with the Coastal Cabana. Now for the dots, the bubbles, or yeah, the bubbles. Again, I'm stamping off so that way I'm playing with the colors. And I'm just adding there. Oh, tap tap on the ink pad, Marika, not on the grid paper. And like this. And like this. There we go. So cute. And now we are going to add that to our Coastal Cabana square. Like, where did I put it? Clean your stamp first, right? There we go. Glue that to our Coastal Cabana square. Voila. There we go. And now you want to add this square with dimensionals. So be careful to only put dimensionals on this side of your square so that it doesn't glue your card shut. That. And one more here. Now I press firm on there to make sure that they do stay closed, stay glued. Oh man, I am not made to make long videos. After a while, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Now we're gonna line that up on our card. Ta-da! So that way when we open it up, we won't see the dimensionals and it won't be glued to our card. And then we'll be able to slide our gift card inside, just like that. Ta-da! So exciting! Then you can write your little message here. Perfect. Love it. Okay, so for the next one is just a simple card. This one is not necessarily a gift card, though you could just put one in an envelope. Just regular, simple. But we are going to use the Bloom Punch that I left out here. So it's the small Bloom Punch. This was part of Celebration, actually. So exciting. But it is in the new annual catalog. And I do need some scraps of paper. I did put them away. Assistant, where are you? And we also need our die cutting machine here. Okay, so I took out the die that I need. And we need the itty bitty wishes, sayings. I'm not too sure which stamps it is. This one is in English. I do have it listed on the. There we go. So we have all our pieces here. That's just for the inside. We could glue that right away. Let me put this aside here. So we're just going to glue our inside label. Come on. You got this. There we go. Okay. And then this actually is also the top layer of the card front. I love these little bubbles. They're so cute, fun, and cheery. And center that all the way around. And now with a block, if I can find an empty one, une petite surprise stamped with gorgeous grape. Now again, I'm going to, oh well, actually it doesn't really matter how you line it up because we are going to die cut it out. So just stamp it fairly on the center of that Whisper White scrap. Clean your stamp. And with the smallest nested shaped labels, stitched nested labels, that's what it's called. You're going to run that through your die cutting machine. So you do want to try to put it centered or as straight as you can on there. Run it through the die cutting machine. Whoop. And voila, that is done. You're going to put dimensionals on the back of that. And glue it right where you want it on your card front. Oops. There we go. Ta-da! And now for the flowers, I'm going to have to go get some. Oops. I need purple posy scraps right here. Leftovers from the class. And blushing bride. Again, here, leftovers from the class. Wow. There. Now my assistant will have a lot of cleaning up to do tomorrow. Or tonight. Maybe I'll be in the mood for cleaning. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 blushing bride and 2 purple posy flowers. Punch that out. And now either you have the Stampin' Up piercing mat. Is that what it is? That? I don't know anymore. I use the foam that I got in my what's it called? Stamparatus. So this is the foam that you get with your Stamparatus. You can use it for other reasons than your Stamparatus. And you're also going to need a, you have it with your take your pick tool. It's one of the ends that's on the take your pick tool. I have it here. So you can interchange these ends here, either for the pick or the picking up tool. Anyways, I also have it with my Simply Scored scoring tool. And you're going to take the larger end and start making little circles inside of that flower. So just where the center of the flower would be. Did you see how it rose up? So it gives it a little bit of dimension. And then do the same thing on all 3 flowers. So you start slowly by applying a little bit of pressure, and then as you work your way in little circle motions, it will rise up the sides of the flowers. And now for a little bit of bling, you want well, you could use just regular rhinestones, but I have the Artistry Bloom adhesive backed sequins. So they come in a variety of colors. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure exactly which colors. The stylus. Thank you, Monique. That's what it's called. This here is a stylus where you have 2 ends to style. There we go. So I just used my Artistry Bloom adhesive backed sequins to put some bling to my little flowers. Now some glue dots to glue my flowers. on my card base. So 1, and then 2, and for the last one, right on top here, and voila, there you go. That's our last card, guys. We survived. We made all 5 cards. Okay, so this is the one we made together. Just trying to find which cards we just made. This one, and then this one. So these are the 5 cards you could get with the card class to go. So I do have a registration link in the description. It does show as an event on my Facebook page that it's like a whole week event. It's not necessarily a whole week event, it's just the registration lasts a week. And then once I get everybody registered, you will be getting your packages in the mail by the mid of the month for sure. So that's why I'm closing the registration next week so that way I can prep and get all the envelopes ready for you guys. And I am, like I said, very excited about this class. So that's why I wanted to share it with all of you. And I wanted to reach out to to everybody who wanted to get these cards made. So like I said, you can just get the tutorial if you want for $12 or the whole class for $25. So better deal to get the cards actually. Okay, or if you want to get it for free, just place a $40 online with my host code for the month. And that's it, guys. I wish you all a great week. Don't forget to share and comment to make sure that you have a chance to win. I think I'll just draw one of the cards next week. So whoever shares the video, you'll have your name put in the draw to win the card, one of the cards we made tonight. And that's it, guys. I wish you all a great week and see you all next week. Bye. Thanks.